Okay, hi everybody. Good to see you again. So let me create a scenario. So let's say we've got an ophthalmologist. One of my viewers is an ophthalmologist. Okay, so let's say Miguel and his colleague invent some new technique, okay, of doing what they do, this eye surgery, right? And they patent it, right? And Miguel might be a little bit more pessimistic about whether this idea will catch on around the world, okay? But his colleague is very optimistic, and this could really change the way that we could do surgery, and we could possibly become famous, and uh, you know we could make a lot of money off of this, and we could also help a lot of people, you know. But let's say Miguel is a little pessimistic because I don't know there's a lot of processes involved in proving that this is actually a good technique, and it requires a lot of investment and stuff. And so Miguel says, "Well, let's see what's his colleague's name? Michael. It's always going to be Michael. All right. So Michael's very optimistic, and this is going to be great. You know, we're going to go. No, surely when we go to talk to the investors, they will like our idea." And so Miguel's talking to somebody else, and he says, "Well, I I hope that it's going to be good, but I think Michael is a little bit high on Hopium, right? So Hopium comes from the word opium. And what Miguel would be saying is something kind of, he likes Michael, but he thinks Michael is being too optimistic, right? And he's saying he might be a little bit high on Hopium, right? And so what he's saying is he thinks that Michael is being too optimistic. Okay, so uh, first of all, let's break this down for some people who might not know even what opium is. All right, so um, let's see here. Okay, well, first, before I get to that, I want to talk about this. So I was, of course, alive during this period when Barack Obama was running for president, and he is a great speaker. And I also was kind of high on Hopium because he represented a kind of a people's president, you know. And I think at that time the whole country was high on Hopium, uh, and overly optimistic. He won the Nobel Peace Prize before he even did anything, and the entire world was really, how could I say it, just crazy, uh, optimistic about what this guy was going to do. But to hear him talk, you know, I also was very optimistic about it. So I was also high on Hopium. As it turned out, I don't think he really did all that much, and he also did some things that I didn't really like. So, but you know, we were all kind of high on Hopium all over Europe, you know, and around the world. People were optimistic, okay, about this guy. Okay, so let's and first of all, I've got to talk about what hopium is. So it's coming from this drug, opium, and opium is the basis of a very addictive narcotic. It's the basis of opium itself, and also methadone, I think, maybe, and you know, heroin, and wait, here we go. We got a codeine, morphine, right? All right. So anyway, it's a kind of a joke. Hopium is a kind of a slang word, right? And so you wouldn't really use this like in a job interview, like saying I'm smoking hopium, because they always use hopium in the context of like drugs. You're smoking hopium, you're dealing hopium. So it's always used in this kind of a drug sense, and it's almost meant like it's a joke when you're criticizing someone, or even talking about yourself, right? Or even your friend, like Miguel would criticize Michael and say, "Well, I think he might be a little bit high on hopium right now." Okay, and opium has done so much damage to this world. Um, I'm sure it has done some good too, because it's a painkiller too, you know, for various surgeries. But man, stay away from it. All right. So anyway, hopium. So here's an example. It's probably okay. I think you are unconsciously smoking hopium. I'm putting the odds at less than 20%, means that I'm more pessimistic, and you are overly optimistic, in my opinion. That's what that means. Okay. Okay. So here's another example. We must stop smoking the hopium. No, I'm skipping this. No heroic leader will save us. So um, that's kind of going back to the Obama thing, right? No heroic leader will save us. Or, you know, okay, so these guys are talking about investments.
Of a parabola of sorts. Not trying to be a hopium dealer.
Okay, Hopium dealer. So that is kind of they're playing, making a joke with the word, kind of like it's a play on words, right? Hopium dealer comes from opium dealer. And he's saying that he's not trying to tell you to be more optimistic, but I have my money on Ethereum. Okay.
There's always another pump around the corner, so that hopium there keeps me waking up with this.
Okay, so they're also talking about Ethereum, and they have this hopium that Ethereum is going to keep going up, right? This is a cryptocurrency, right? So here's another one talking about investments.
Saw this bullish divergence again, followed by a price rally. But on-chain analysis is nothing but hopium. Ring through the comment section. Ring.
Okay, uh, so he's talking about investments here, and then he's saying it's going to go up, but other people are saying that is just hopium, means you're being overly optimistic. Now this guy here, he's a bearish investor. Bearish means that he is usually has a negative outlook towards the future. Okay, his name is Peter Schiff, and he's always, like he's always saying, okay, the market's going to collapse. The market is going to collapse, and all of those other investors that are bearish, which means optimistic, all of those other investors are smoking hopium, right? So, uh, so anyway, uh, smoking hopium means that they are being overly optimistic. Okay? So I will talk to you on the next idiom, but don't forget to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Talk to you on the next idiom.